Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to be shedding light on how to become a barber. So how do you become a barber, you may ask? Without further delay, allow me to demystify that answer to that inquiry right here, right now. But before I do so, I wanted to preface this video by stating that the requirements to become a barber can vastly vary from jurisdiction to jurisdiction. So just bear that in the bowels of your mind and allow that to seep into the chasms of your mind. What is one pathway that you could tread down in order to become a barber? Well, as a prospective barber, you need to enroll in a barber training program. Once you have become matriculated in a barber training program, as a barber student, you will need to complete at least 1,500 hours of class instruction and training. During your tenure as a barber student, you will receive technical instruction and practical training for hairstyling, as well as receive technical instruction and practical training for health and safety purposes. Furthermore, you will also receive hundreds of hours of technical instruction and practical training for shaving. Once you have completed 1,500 hours of class instruction and training, you may also be required to complete a barber apprenticeship in certain jurisdictions. As I stated earlier, the requirements to become a barber can vastly vary from jurisdiction to jurisdiction, so just render that indelible and understand that it may be far more time consuming to become a barber in certain jurisdictions than it may be in others. Once you have satisfied all the requirements to be eligible to take the barber licensing examination, then you will need to pass the barber licensing examination. Once you have passed the barber licensing examination and have obtained your barber license, you may need to complete continuing education courses in perpetuity in order to be able to maintain an active barber license so that you can practice barbering. As a barber, you should be able to competently, diligently, sedulously, and masterfully carry out barbering services. Becoming a barber can indeed be a cumbersome undertaking to undergo. It can be an extraordinarily time-consuming pursuit to undergo, especially if your jurisdiction requires you to complete a barber apprenticeship in tandem with completing at least 1,500 hours of class instruction and training. Completing a barber training program is not easy. It is not for the faint of heart to pursue. Furthermore, it could also be eminently expensive and can bear lofty tuition fees to enroll in a barber training program. So you may be insurmountably indebted post graduating from a barber training program. Discharging student debts is no easy feat, and it can take decades if you're able to do so. It's all predicated upon how much revenue you generate. But when you're indebted, interest accrues into the principal, which further amplifies your debt and consequently undermines your earnings, especially if your negative net worth is perpetually amplifying to an unprecedented height. Your liabilities may preponderantly outweigh your assets, which is problematic. I hope that you deem this video to be fascinating and insightful. Have a blissful day. Goodbye.